Alright, all of you Call of Duty quote-unquote pros, this video contains the sad truth for anyone complaining like a baby about this game. Before we get started, I just want to state that I work a full-time job, and most of the time I have to work overtime. I do other things outside playing this game, and as you will see from my records, I really don't get to play near as much as many people. That being said, I have played many different FPS games, and I have my entire life, so I kind of know what I'm doing when I play, and I kind of know what I'm talking about. I do not even really consider myself to be good at this game, even though most of the time I do pretty good. Not to quote. There are times where I do not do as good as sometimes I do. I mean, sometimes you just run into people that are better, but it's not the end of the world. I have not played a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 3, and I didn't even get max level on that game. Honestly, it was garbage. That game, I honestly thought it sucked. It was just a copy and paste of Modern Warfare 2, which that part to me isn't a bad thing, but the netcode was just outrageously bad. Way worse than what the current Modern Warfare is. I did not play any Call of Duty games between Modern Warfare 3 and this new Modern Warfare because honestly, they were trash. Black Ops 2 is probably the only game I would have played, but yeah, whatever. All of the jetpack abilities and having more than normal health is just so unattractive for what Call of Duty is supposed to be, so it was a hard pass for me on all those games. Also, I have a decent internet connection, but not like the best. Many people have better, like way more people have better internet connection than me. When I say connection, I mean my ping is pretty good, but like my internet speed isn't really super great. The recordings you're going to see in the background are literally my first 4 or 5 matches I played today after waking up, and I haven't played in a week. No warm-up game or anything. I literally just got on, opened up my OBS, and just played. Also, I'm no way saying that this game does not have its fault. Every game does. So, with all that being said, the sad truth for all these Call of Duty fans that y'all are not as good as you think you are. Believe it or not, I'm probably gonna get some people like 1v1 me in gunfight, bro. Believe it or not, there are people better than you, and there always will be. You complain about skill-based matchmaking, but then complain when you get spanked. It's hilarious, honestly. I will leave a link to Drifter's video in the description, where him and Exclusive Ace did a lot of testing. And the sad truth for you noobs is the fact that there isn't any tampering going on if you're doing good or if you're doing bad in a match. In fact, only a small hint was even found for skill-based matchmaking even existing at all. Now, I know Drifter doesn't really have the best track record, and I have not seen or watched any Call of Duty videos until this Call of Duty came out, and I have no idea who even Exclusive Ace is. I've watched some of his videos, but like I said, I didn't have anything to do with Call of Duty for literally all the crap with Advanced Warfare and all that other garbage. But even so, like, the numbers don't lie. Y'all are just bad. You don't have the same system where you can just throw your mom's credit card at the game and win every match. From what I understand, is there's I guess a loot box system in Black Ops 4. I don't know if it's even in I think it's in Black Ops 3 too, but to me that's just whatever. Anyways, so I want to discuss some of the issues people have with this game. The Call of Duty community, really guys, it's the same thing every year. You ask for one thing for like to be in a Call of Duty game. You ask for it to be this way, and as soon as it comes out, you immediately just cry about it. And when I say the Call of Duty community, I don't mean the entire community. I mean literally the same people that cry about it every single year because it's not like this one or it's not like this one. You want something new, they come out with something new, then you hate it, then they go back to boots on the ground, Modern Warfare, and now you hate it. I just don't understand. And yeah, but here we are. The game is literally built on everything that y'all said y'all wanted, and you're still complaining. So, camping and claymores. Guys, seriously, you act like this is something new. Every Call of Duty had campers, and Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 had claymores. If you don't want to get killed by campers, stop running straight into buildings without checking the corners. It will not kill you to stop sprinting for literally 1 second. and turn your mouse or tilt your joystick. It is your own fault if you get spanked by a camper. Why do you think you have stun, flashbang, and lethal grenades? To flush out enemies. Holy shit, it's like actual modern warfare. Like, it's like the whole reason a grenade was invented. Wow, amazing. I know, right? Now, if you want my honest opinion about campers, even before the 725 nerf, like the first one, it really was not that bad. Even claymores, like, I rarely even got killed by them. I personally use, and I know that people are going to hate on this too, but I personally use like a noob tube RPG class if I run into a match with just a ton of campers. A couple explosives, you know, through the windows and doorways usually demoralizes them enough to where they'll stop camping. If not, you know, if they're just going to keep going back to the same spot, why are you just going to keep, you know, running in blindly to the same spot? Just throw a grenade in there or something, kill them, and be done with it. And then take the position for yourself. Like, God bless. So claymores, again, not really that bad. You just need to pay attention. Even without spotter, they're really not that hard to see. And if you die by one, it's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna die in this game. You can't expect not to ever die by them. I know some people probably say like they run. It's like every building they run in, they die from a claymore. If you're running into the same building that you died from a claymore before, maybe, you know, if you're like, you need to take a mental note, be like, okay, obviously, there's a guy planting claymores in there. Maybe I shouldn't run straight in. I need to, like, you know, probably creep on the claymore, make it blow up without killing myself, or shoot it and blow it up. Like, I mean, it's not that hard. It's common sense. It should be at this point, anyways. Yeah, just pay attention. You cannot just super sprint and slay everyone like you're in phaser optic. You just need to get over yourself. Also, another thing, defending does not mean camping. If someone hears you coming and they turn and wait for you, that is not camping. That is just playing smart. Like, they could be, like say they run around a corner or something, and they're like, oh crap, I hear somebody behind me, and they turn around and wait for you to come around. That's not anyone's fault. That's just them playing smart. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get you guys. Something some of you need to start doing is like actually that, playing smart. Because I notice like some people, most of the people that just complain about campers, they're literally super sprinting everywhere. Like, you don't really realize how long it takes you to bring your gun back down. You know, when somebody sees you, that's pretty much it. Because if you're super sprinting around corners all the time, you're pretty much gonna die all the time. That's even if somebody's camping on the other side or not. Somebody could literally be running just like you are and stop sprinting right before they get to the corner because they know people in this game literally just like try to sprint around corners and win gunfights. Posting up with a sniper rifle isn't camping either. That's actually sniping like you would in real life. I honestly get more kills running around than I do camping. Like, when the game first came out, I did camp a lot because I really didn't know the maps. Like, a lot of people didn't. And I'll talk about that later. But I noticed, like, I wasn't getting very many kills. Like, everybody was saying, oh, everybody camps in this game, and you get so many kills, it just caters to campers. But, I mean, you barely get, like, 10 kills. So I'm like, screw this. I'm just going to start running around. I'm really going to learn the maps. And now I run around a lot more. Now, I'm playing hardcore in this, so it's a little bit slower pace. You can't, obviously, just sprint out through the open expecting not to die. But still, I mean, I'm not sitting in one spot for the entire match. Another thing that will help if you're going up against campers and you die by one, take a mental note and be like, okay, this guy is here in this room. He is obviously camping, and if you have to kill him, you just gotta go and kill him. Make your way to him, but focus on other enemies that could be between you and him first. That way you make it to him alive. And when you get to him, do not just blindly run in. If you have a grenade, throw it in there. Can you penetrate a wall he's behind? Shoot through the wall and kill him. You need to think. Start taking mental notes during the match of how the enemy team is playing. Let's get to the recent one. And I'm not going to talk much about this one because I think it's honestly the dumbest thing I ever heard. And Cat, you need to leave me alone. You have food and water and you have treats, so go away. Skill-based matchmaking. like I said, I'm not going to talk much about this one because I've kind of already mentioned it. But like I said, I have Drifter's video in the description. People think you get thrown with better players just because you did well in like 2 matches. Guys, even if that was true, why the hell are you complaining if you're supposed to be pro? If you're supposed to be pro, why are you complaining of getting like thrown with better people than you? That honestly actually would make you better at the game. How are you going to get better about playing against noobs? Or is that just what you want? You just want to shit on noobs constantly so you can feel good about yourself? Please, get out of here with that garbage. Now, some people have posted videos of shooting people but not getting a hit. Again, I recall this happening in every Call of Duty. Some worse than others, some not really, you know, that bad. Like, Modern Warfare 2 wasn't really that bad, and Modern Warfare 1 really wasn't that bad. Even if you have good internet, there is a lot of stuff that can go wrong with the connection to juke you out of a kill. Honestly, in my opinion, it's not that bad in this game. And again, I don't even have super great internet. I can remember in Modern Warfare 3 and in Black Ops 1, it was way worse in this game, or in those games, than it is this game. Like, way worse. I mean, that was the whole reason I quit Modern Warfare 3, was because the freaking netcode was so bad. I could literally have my sights on somebody, and that game uses hit scan, so you shouldn't even be having a problem hitting people, like even at range. But I would run around walls and get killed by somebody that was on the other side. Yeah, we all know, you make it behind the wall, but you still die, and you can't get a hit marker for anything, even though you're pretty much like point blank range, pumping them full of lead. But yeah, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 1, it was way worse in that game than this one. Black Ops 1 is when I really noticed it, but when Modern Warfare 3 came out, it was just so bad, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it anymore. I only really notice it happens like once a night, maybe, because it definitely is noticeable when it happens, but it's not happening literally like every time you shoot at one. It's not all the time. So next is the map design. People really aren't talking about this as much, and I think it might be because what I'm about to talk about now, people are actually getting used to the maps. But man, remember when the game first came out? Like, really reflect on how everyone played when the game first dropped. Lots of slow gameplay, and do you know why? Because no one knew the maps. You cannot just instantly know how to play a map, you have to learn it. So at least we never even seen these maps. The only people that actually got to play on some of these maps played in the beta. So I mean, like, seriously, you're not gonna just instantly know like what to do on this map and like where the choke points are and stuff like that. People play way different now than when the game first dropped. Like, you really think about it, people play a lot more fast-paced now, even in Team Deathmatch, which was super campy at the beginning, super campy. But yeah, people just were not used to the maps, guys, and honestly, neither was I. Now, I love the map design. I even like Piccadilly. It's not a bad, to me, Piccadilly is not a bad map. I honestly like Piccadilly. It's not the worst map in the game. There are way worse maps to me. Everyone complains about getting spawn trapped and stuff, but that was even happening in the past game. So why all of a sudden is it a problem now? Like, maybe if you're good at the game, you wouldn't get spawn trapped. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen to me, but literally you got people that act like it happens every single match, and it might happen like every night I play for like 5 or 6 hours, and I mean, it might happen like once a night. Like, it's really not that bad. I mean, you could just leave, but I usually don't. But I just kind of suck it up. You win some, you lose some. It's just a video game. It's not like, you know, you're playing for money or anything. I used to think spawns were good in Modern Warfare 2, but I've watched almost half of my team spawn in front of enemies in that game. And that was actually not too long ago because, you know, like I said, I did not like any of the Call of Duties that came out between Modern Warfare 3 and the one that's out now. I was playing on PC, and it was just a normal match. I literally watched like half my team spawn in front of this guy, and he got an easy 4-kill streak right there. I mean, it's only 4 kills, but I mean, we just watched our whole team spawn right in front of this guy. And it wasn't on like a crazy game mode, it was literally just, I think it was domination. It was on terminal, I remember. But once you learn where the spawns are at, that's it. That's just part of the game. Literally almost every FPS game has this problem, excluding Battle Royales, because, you know, y'all just jump out of a plane or some bullcrap. The funniest thing is all the shit y'all complain about with these maps. They dropped a classic style 3-lane map, Shoot House. It had literally all these problems y'all were complaining about, except it was a 3-lane map. Like, these spawns on this map, especially on Domination, are awful. On that map, and the map design makes it so predictable to know where players are. Like, there's only, so you got, you know, that middle building that goes all the way across the map. You know, you can go inside it, but most of the time people are going under it for some reason, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't know why. Like, rarely people... Oh god, my monitor's trying to turn off. Oh no. Oh no. It's freaking out. It's trying to turn off while I'm recording. Oh no. It's really freaking out. It's really wigging out. This is not good. Okay, anyways, like I was saying, everyone loved Shoot House for some reason. I guess because they had it in their mind, oh, it's a traditional 3-lane map, so that automatically makes it a good map. And I honestly thought it sucked. I still think it sucks. And I can do good on it. I just still think it sucks. And now Crash is out, and it's a little bit better, but still not as good as some of the other maps. I really don't like Crash that much. I didn't even like it in Modern Warfare 1. But, so guys, I mean, that's a lot of stuff people don't want to hear, but I'm just being honest. Y'all ain't as good as y'all think y'all are. You can get better if you quit blaming your problems on other things and actually reflect on what you could be doing better, like after every match or after every death. Kind of reflect on what happened and kind of think like, okay, well, now I know where this person is and I know what they're doing. I know how they're playing. You need to play smart. You don't have to camp to be good at this game. This game is easy unless you just make it hard. Now, sometimes it can actually be hard if you got, you know, if you're going up against some people that are actually a lot better than you. But everyone is saying, well, when I say everyone, I mean all the crybabies in the Call of Duty community that literally hate every Call of Duty game that comes out, but they're still a fan for some reason. Everyone that is saying they're going to drop this game, I say do it. If you truly are not having fun, you do not have to play this game. No one is forcing you. Go back to Modern Warfare 1, 2, or 3 or Remastered with the other 200 people on its last server, alive. Go play Fortnite since you obviously need to rely on weapon conditions and RNG to have any skill. You and your negative attitude and negative KDR will not be missed. The rest of us just want to play the game without listening to you pros cry about it. With all that being said, get over yourselves. It's just a video game. I think you'll be alright.